Good evening and welcome everybody to yet another episode of How To. In my last couple of episodes, I have been interviewing interesting and very versatile friends of mine, and each and everybody has had very interesting topics that they have shared with me and the audience. Today, as well, I am very excited to have on board my guest this evening, and I'm sure you will all have lots to learn from her. My guest today has been a very giving person, a very enterprising and a go-getter. My guest goes by the name of Cassandra Nazareth, or as we lovingly call her, Cassie. And Cassie has dabbled in different fields. She has been professionally been an exporter, fabric exporter, and also she has had various different posts. She is a qualified advocate, and also Cassie is very passionate about championing the cause for the environment. Many of you from Mumbai will know her as the face for the RA Forest campaign, and Cassie has been able to achieve laurels and has been able to successfully champion the cause for the issues of the deforestation and the cutting down, over cutting down of the trees in RA forests. Without me going too much into Cassie's background, let's get her on board and welcome her and together get to know Cassie much more better. So, hi and welcome, Cassie, on the topic of how to. It's a privilege to have you this evening with us, and my audience has got lots to look forward to with what you want to share with us this evening. Cassie, before we go into our discussion of how to, I did a small brief introduction, but I'm sure I didn't do justice to the versatile person that you are. So, for people who have not heard of the great Cassandra Nazareth, can you enlighten us and my audience of your background, please?
I do lots of things. I wear many hats,
Yes,
and I've always adapted to different situations at different points in my life.
that's
But
lovely.
right from college, I've always been this very curious person,
Okay.
wanting to know more about things, how things function, how I can get involved, how we can sort of, help people do better for the planet, lots of
Yeah,
things.
yeah.
So this has sort of naturally led me to where I am today.
Okay.
Very comfortable doing what I love doing the most, which
Yeah,
is first of all helping people.
yes,
Second is working towards environmental concepts.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
and in my own way, looking at how we can save the planet.
That's really lovely. Cassie, I have known you for quite a number of years because I'm friends with your brother and his wife. But,
Yeah.
having known you and getting to know what all you're involved in the society that we both are a part of, it is so awesome that a woman like you, are giving so much to society. You're helping women. You're helping the tribals in the tribal areas of the Arya colony, and more so you have been the face actually of the struggle for whatever has been happening in the last couple of years, with the deforestation because of the metro work. And I think you have got a feather in your cap recently with the recent development that has turned around in your favor, I believe. Can you throw some light on that?
You're talking about the RA movement
Yes,
to save
yes,
RA forest.
yes, yeah.
Okay, it's a very interesting thing because, as I said, out of curiosity, I wound up at one of these meetings where citizens were called to save RA. This
Okay,
was way back in the year 2016.
okay,
And I went to one of these meetings and I found there were no local Adivasis there. So I
Okay.
said, you're talking of saving a forest. How can you
Exactly.
save something when the local people are not
Not
involved?
part of it, yes.
So a gentleman took me to one of the villages. And
Okay.
when I went there, I realized that it was probably the people who needed more saving than the trees, you
Definitely.
know.
Yeah.
So I got involved with the women of those villages, of the
Yeah.
various villages in Arimal colony.
Yeah.
And I started this project called the Tribal Lunch or Tribal Tadka.
That is such an awesome
Thereby,
movement. I
yeah,
mean, I have always seen the pictures and I've always seen the activities, but never been able to participate, but always looking forward to doing it. But that's really an
come
interesting
sometime.
concept. Yeah, I will let everything open
Welcome
up.
to come sometime.
Yeah, so tell us about it.
So what happened is I started this thing with the women because I realized they have no skills.
Okay.
So how are they going to earn a livelihood if they can't? So
Yeah.
I decided to do two things. One is I said if RA has to be saved, the average Mumbaikar, like I had also not gone to these places even though
True.
I have entered RA on the main road.
True.
So I decided I would kill two birds with one stone.
Okay.
I would sort of start something whereby the women and the community would earn,
Okay.
as well as to get the average Mumbai citizen to come into RA and see
Okay.
what a lovely place it is.
Yeah.
And then if they decided to talk to their government and say, save RA, it was their prerogative.
Okay.
You can't force someone into standing up for something which they don't believe in, you
Definitely.
know. And you
Definitely.
believe in something only when you've actually read about it, got involved, or actually been to the place or
True.
seen something.
True.
So
True.
I'm that kind of person. I believe if you've experienced something, then you can talk from experience. So
Exactly.
that's all this tribal lunch and tribal tadka project was about,
Okay.
to give the Mumbaikar an experience of RA
Okay.
and thereby get benefits for also the indigenous people living in RA.
Okay.
And to a certain extent, I think I've succeeded on both sides,
Yeah.
because today the women have got so much of confidence. They got smokeless chullas, we've got bio toilets for them.
Wow.
A full village got electricity because of my intervention.
Wow.
Mind you, these are villages in the middle of Mumbai,
Yeah.
and they never had electricity from the beginning of, from the time India got independence. I
Wow.
was shocked when I went into some of these villages. So
Wow.
it's not that I've done a great thing, I've just sort of pushed in a way. Probably God has given me this personality
I
which
guess you're
allows me to do things.
I guess you're being a bit humble, Cassie, but it is not a small feat. It is a big achievement, and you have done something which actually anybody could have done, which was not done, and it's taken in the year 2016 only for people to, get these developments in their lands, and which is in the heart of the city of Mumbai, and still you as a single person have championed and initiated it. So wonderful that this is one of the few things that you have. Really been passionately pursuing, and I know how passionate you are also for women per se, and the different issues that you take up over the course of your endeavors. Can you tell us some of the other things also that you're involved in?
Yeah, as coming back to the trees as well as part of the tribal Tadka project, I'd like to share something with women in IC colony.
Okay.
I have a friend called Blazia who stays in IC colony. Okay,
Okay.
yeah, she's a retired person.
Okay.
She has given me much of her time,
Okay.
and she's not very net savvy, not was very net savvy, so to say. Okay,
Okay.
but she has grown with me. I
Okay.
have learned certain skills from the women, from the students that I interact with, from the
Okay.
students that I mentor,
Okay.
and I'm happy to have the support of someone like Blazia. As
Okay.
I said, a retired person coming forward, helping a cause.
Yeah.
So I'd like to tell women, no matter at what stage of your life you are in, you can
Definitely.
always do whatever you want within the milieu that you are in.
Exactly.
Nothing
Yeah.
is too small.
Definitely.
So if you talk of the various things that I'm involved in,
Yeah.
uh, well, I still continue with my work with the Varli women of both Mill Colony as well as Sanjay Gandhi National Park.
Okay.
Okay, mind you, 11 hamlets in Sanjay Gandhi National Park, not one of them has got electricity.
Oh. Okay.
And yet you cross a road, you cross a small road in Sanjay Gandhi National Park, and the government quarters have got electricity. So
Wow.
where is your sense of social justice?
Yeah.
Anyway,
True.
that is one thing. coming back to the things that I do in RA, I'm very much with the women.
Okay.
I've given them a confidence and a voice which previously they did not have.
Okay.
I'm proud to say that some of these women have cooked at the Renaissance Marriott
Wow.
at a festival, at a festival. And I remember Blazia and myself used to go from here every evening. It was a 10-day festival.
Oh,
We
okay.
would go from here and we would return at about maybe 1:30 in the night, both of us. I would drop
Wow.
Blazia at IC Colony at Royal Towers and then come home.
What dedication.
So yeah, but it was good because it gave my women such a boost. It
I'm
gave
sure.
their community such a boost
I'm
because the
sure.
community started respecting them in
Yeah.
a way which was not really there before.
Yeah.
Well, through this project, because it's been in the press and everything, their
Yeah.
women folk, their men folk have supported them, which
Okay.
is very large for a patriarchal kind of community like the Adivasis,
Definitely. Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
to have their men folk support them.
Wow.
So the project has also brought about gender diversity.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And of course, because let's say we had Mumbaikars coming into RA for this tribal lunch, for the village walks, which I used to conduct
Yeah.
in the rainy season and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
When the city needed them to stand up for the trees,
Yeah.
it was ordinary citizens with their children, you
True.
know, parents who had come for these treks in RA, who had come attended this tribal lunch, who had been part of the Tribal Tadka project, who
Okay.
came and supported and said, no, please don't cut the trees in RA.
Okay.
So it has helped both sides.
Yeah.
As I said, my women have got bio toilets, smokeless chullas. We've refurbished bore wells for them. We brought about a better lifestyle for them. They've been able to earn. They sell tea laddus. And recently for the Ganpati festival, we sold modaks around the
Wow.
city.
Okay.
It was made by them. That was the first time I entered RA
Okay.
after the pandemic.
Okay.
And I didn't go up to the village because I was mindful of the fact, like, I didn't want to
Yeah.
be a COVID carrier into their village.
Yeah.
So we met at a predetermined public space where they had
Okay.
packed the modaks, and I just arranged for them to courier the modaks. So I
Okay.
arranged for the VFast guys to come there, you know, with their coding
Wow.
and everything, because
Wow.
that is something the community couldn't do themselves.
Yeah.
But the rest of the things they did themselves.
So, Cassie, you have really been instrumental in from igniting a small spark and confidence in the women to, having Mumbai actually sit up and take notice when the need arose for helping, the situation in RA, in the situation with the deforestation. So, as I said, it's not a small thing that you have done, and it's been a catalyst to a huge movement and awareness. And there are people not only in India who know about what's happening in RA, thanks to I think people like yourself who are doing so much in such a huge capacity. Uh, I know. I mean, the time slot that I take for my discussions is very minimal. Having someone like you, I would need to at least sit for at least 2 hours to have a lengthy conversation because you're such an interesting personality, and there's so much that we can learn from. But coming back to how to, this is a platform that I give my guests and audience something to talk passionately about what they want to share with everybody. And when I approached you about it, you told me that there was something very close to your heart that you would like to share with people. So I give you the platform once again to talk about something and share with the audience what you would like to impart to us all.
I've always been passionate about recycling. In
Okay.
fact, my sister always goes around saying that if she could recycle me, she would be recycling me as well. So, you know, it's a big thing in the family that if anyone wants to toss out anything, they check with me. Do you
Okay.
want this before we give it away? And I will say, yeah, I can do this, I can do that, and everything.
Is it a
Uh,
Xavier's thing? Is it a Xavier's?
no, I was not in Xavier's.
Oh,
I
you weren't.
was in Sapphires.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I was not in Xavier's. I think I broke the mold. Rohini, my sister was in Xavier's. My
Yeah.
husband was in Xavier's. My kids have gone to Xavier's and
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Okay.
So I was in Sapphires.
Okay.
And then I did KC College, morning college.
All right.
And then I did law at the age of 53
I
because
believe
I wanted
so.
that to help me with my work.
Yeah.
But coming back to the recycling
Yes.
portion of it, I have been recycling and segregating garbage, I think, for what? For close to almost 30, 40 years now,
Wow.
you know.
Okay.
And either giving, in those days when we couldn't recycle, not recycle, when we couldn't segregate because the BMC was not taking stuff from us, I would give it off to a rag picker.
Okay.
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 Now, the BMC has started segregating, so it's a little easier for citizens to do.
True. True.
You know, a project which I have running on two levels. One is I had started people collecting Tetra packs more than 10 years ago because
Okay.
it is easy for us to flatten Tetra packs, just
True.
wash it, keep
Yeah.
it aside, and give it off for recycling. I
Okay.
believe the IC Church still continues that, right?
Okay.
That is
Okay.
something that we had started, I think, many years back.
Okay.
Tablet foils is another thing which I request people to sort of recycle. It
Okay.
is very easy to collect this in your home,
Okay.
in a bag,
Yeah.
and then either give it off for recycling
Yeah.
at one shot,
Yeah.
or I think the church also collects the thing. Correct me if I'm wrong.
True. True.
But even if they're not, if someone wants to start this, because it's a little easier for the recycling facility if they receive stuff which is sort of segregated that way,
Okay.
as opposed to sorting out from the garbage bits of foil, bits of aluminium.
True.
So there are three things besides Tetra packs which are easy for households to segregate and collect. One is also toothpaste tubes,
Okay.
because there's a lot of aluminium here which can go for recycling.
Okay.
And it's easy for us in flats to keep it, it doesn't smell. So
True.
you can collect that with your tablet foils,
Yeah.
maybe once a month, give it off.
Okay.
If you don't know where to give it off, contact me, or maybe they can contact you, and we'll figure out what can be done on a macro level for our area.
Okay.
But these are small initiatives which go a long way towards saving the planet, towards segregating, towards recycling.
Yeah.
Another thing is we all buy biscuits,
Yeah.
and biscuits come with a lot of plastic,
True.
a lot of these kind of foils.
Yes.
This is the Marie biscuit packet, I think, which I'm pulling out of this thing here. Now these foils, they can't be recycled as such
Okay.
in a regular recycling facility.
Okay.
Okay, so what I do is I collect it in a bottle like this.
Wow.
I keep a
Okay.
small bottle like this at the side of my sink.
Okay.
And what do I put in that bottle? All the biscuit wrappers, you have chips, they come in that, that
Yes.
foil kind of a thing.
Yes. Yeah.
You can easily crush it and just keep pushing it into the bottle.
Okay.
And when the bottle is filled, you can give that for dry recycling.
Okay.
Why? Because it's already segregated to a certain extent.
True.
Rather than someone having to sift through wet milk packets, or maybe wet kind of packets, as well as pick up the tablet foils from mixed garbage. So it's a little easier for the recycling people,
Facilities. Yeah.
and
The
this is
government,
something that any household can do.
the government had started some machines on the stations and everything for bottles to be recycled, and you get some money and stuff like that. How well did it really take off, and has it sustained itself?
I think that has started. In fact, our MP Gopal Shetty had introduced some at Borivali station.
Yeah.
I have frankly not used it.
Yeah. Neither
Some
have
5 years ago, we had somebody had donated one to RA,
I.
and
Okay.
it is still there in the picnic park.
Okay.
If you go to picnic spot, there is a thing there, but you don't get money at that thing. It is
Okay.
just a facility for
To
disposing
drop.
of plastic bottle. Yeah,
Okay.
but these machines need maintenance.
Yes.
So unless you have somebody who actually looks after it, somebody who's behind the project, these
True.
things just as best wind up being a gimmick rather than actually working.
Yeah.
I would love for any of your readers to do a challenge and check out which stations do
Yeah.
have these recycling bottle facilities
Yeah.
once the trains do start.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
will be interesting to check.
Definitely. What are the incentives? I mean, what do the foils, especially people who are not aware, the medicines and even the toothpaste tubes, what goes? I mean, how do they get what comes out of the once they are reprocessed? What I mean, are they? Uh,
It goes for recycling in the sense like it is metal, aluminium.
yeah.
So there are women who this foil, this for instance,
Yeah.
has a layer of plastic.
Yes.
So the
Yes.
layer of plastic has to be separated from the behind portion, which is metal.
True.
Okay,
True.
so it is very tedious to separate. You can try it,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
So
Pull it
some
out.
of these things are stripped by hand,
Okay.
some go through a process where it is melted,
Okay.
you know, and then the plastic is separated from the metal.
Yeah.
Like for instance, the Tetra Packs are recycled into various products.
Yes.
People make benches,
Yes.
yeah. Then
Yeah.
they've started making even these boards out of it. I remember
Project
when
Mumbai
way
has
back,
been
almost,
making benches. Yeah. Project
yes.
Mumbai. Yeah.
10 years ago when I started, the only thing that these guys were making out of recycled Tetra Packs were bins,
Yeah.
you know, these
Yeah.
big, huge bins,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they were making notebooks. These were the
Yes.
only, and a pen. Three
Yeah.
things. They had started off. This was a factory in Vapi called Daman Ganga.
Mm-hmm.
They have since closed down that plant, and now there are a lot of people who are making bricks. Some are making uh, as you said, benches, some are making particle boards, which can be used for housing.
Yeah.
So different things.
Yeah.
One other thing which is easy for our city houses to collect, which really save the planet, are batteries. You know,
Yes. Yeah.
we don't realize how easy it is for us to save a simple thing like a battery. We
Yeah.
toss the battery into our dustbin.
Yeah.
Okay, it
Yeah.
starts leaking.
Yeah.
If it's not taken out of our garbage, it goes onto a landfill,
True.
yeah, where the batteries burst and leak, and all that goes into the ground.
Yeah.
That will find its way into our drinking water at some
True.
stage or the other. So
True.
it is quite responsible. I mean, as a responsible citizen, people can easily also segregate these batteries and give it along with the tablet foils.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said, small things, easy things. If someone wants to do more, you can do composting in your own
Yes.
kitchen garden.
That's
I have
lovely.
never bought mud in 40 years, not
Wow.
one bag of mud.
Wow.
All the mud that I have has come from my kitchen scraps.
Wow.
I have papaya trees growing in my pots just from kitchen scraps, which I just put into the pots.
How lovely.
So there are different things that you can do. Maybe we
Yeah.
can do a workshop on composting.
Yeah, composting is, I mean, I have really been passionate about it, but sometimes societies are not cooperative. Everybody has to be on the same page where you take these things forward, the initiatives, but sometimes, just basic segregation of the garbage, that's why India, I feel honestly, I mean, I don't mean to put our country down. We're not getting there because not nobody wants to take the little effort to do that segregation, and that's why we're not been
Yeah.
able to achieve what the other countries can. It is not difficult, it is so possible, but we don't have that civic sense in ourselves to want to help make the country better or help our situation. So,
Yeah, coming back to our local level, I remember as part of the IC Women's Welfare Association, some of our women folk, we had got together and we said, no, we have to sort of start the
yeah,
BMC
yeah,
into segregating wet and dry garbage at least.
yes,
It was a Herculean task to get them to do that,
yeah,
to get societies to accept. Certain
yes.
societies are still not segregating,
They're
you know?
not.
Yeah. So I think at the individual level, we have to start because you start small, you make a difference where you can.
Exactly.
And I mean, if you manage to convert two people or even one person,
Yeah,
you've done your bit to a certain extent,
yeah.
you know?
I was sharing workshops when the lockdown had just started. The BMC had tied up with a group of youngsters who were giving talks and telling people how to segregate and how the societies will benefit if you cooperate with the BMC. So I had cooperated and I had joined them and broadcasting their talks to my audience, and it was going out so much to different worlds. It was on a public platform, so someone in Brazil I know was watching it. But as I said, there's so much that you can do, but then if there's no cooperation, you hit a roadblock. There has to be an awareness with everybody and a cooperation from all sides to take these initiatives further. We have to be optimistic that
Yeah.
we will one day have a much more cleaner environment, and it's really doable. but I guess I'll try a little harder to change people's mindsets.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that is the big thing. But I think the more you talk about it, you will have, even if you have one person in your audience who's curious enough to say, hey, tell me more, I'd like to do this. You know,
definitely. Yeah.
you've done your bit to a certain extent. You managed to convert the thing. You've done your little bit for the planet. You
Yes,
know,
definitely.
like we are not even discussing carbon footprints. We're not even
No,
discussing fossil fuels. We're not even discussing climate change, which is a
no.
big problem. If
Yeah,
icy colony is flooding more and more today, yeah, or
yeah,
even if our areas are flooding more and more today, it's a sign of climate change. There are a
exactly.
lot of people who negate that thing.
Yeah,
And I just did a course on climate reality. So,
yes,
I
yeah,
decided that I needed to get a little more of an education on that.
yeah.
It is quite scary when you look at the science as to
Mm-hmm,
why it is happening.
mm-hmm.
And then on the other side, you have hope because there are things, there are people who are talking about it, there are communities who are doing something about it. So hopefully we will still be able to save the planet. You hear
Yeah,
of ice melting in Greenland. As kids, we never ever heard of that. Now it's
no,
melting 4 times faster,
yeah, yeah.
you know, and that's part of the reason why oceans are rising. And
I
if
have a
oceans rise, tell me.
I have a feeling if the lockdown hadn't to happen, I think we would have had a different season this year, because with the pollution and everything, the way it was going, I think the lockdown has been a blessing in disguise because, I think the environment has kind of taken control of itself. I feel in India, actually, we got our rains, although it came in a little late, but the way we have been going with pollution and, just taking undue advantage of our environment, we are adversely being affected about the floods, as you said, and even everything, climate change, and so many things. Even Delhi, I mean, see how much more it has improved because of the lockdown. I mean,
The equality,
they're
yes,
going to have a better December this year because of the lockdown, because
correct.
everyone has been
Yeah,
in. So if they once things open up, I hope they are able to use this kind of restrictive travel and car usage much more. And more than anything, the children, what are we giving them, what are they inheriting from us? That needs to be the core concern, and that's what young parents are very aware, and I think they are becoming much more conscious, but still lots more has to be done and educated, I guess, and people like
yeah.
yourself are doing that.
Not doing great things, but well, yes, trying to do my bit.
Mm.
It's very interesting during the lockdown. So many forests from around the country have reported a surge in wildlife.
Yes,
Wildlife has gone into places where, because of cars and people and humans walking around, they were never there. Our
true.
own Sanjay Gandhi National Park in
Yeah,
our backyard saw
yeah,
deers coming right up
yeah,
till the highway, which
yeah.
had never happened before. Like,
I, s-
okay, normally
I
when I
saw
go,
I saw white cranes, a whole
yes,
school of
yes,
cranes in the colony, and I
yeah,
felt like I was in a
in the colony.
sanctuary. And that was precisely because everyone was inside and they were just free. And I won't forget the sight that I saw.
Apparently, some of the old timers who live in IC Colony have mentioned that where Ganpat Patil is today and where the
Yeah,
Link Road is today
yeah,
was
yeah.
complete mangroves when they were
Yes,
younger.
yes, yeah,
Okay, so we have taken over the space for the Link Road. The slums have encroached and everything.
yeah,
There
yeah,
has to be a tipping point beyond which we say, okay, this is enough, no more. There
yeah,
has to be,
yeah,
because uh, there is only so much that a living organism, and our earth is a living organism,
yeah,
there is only so much that a living organism can recover from. Once
exactly.
you're past the tipping point, you can't really get back to the thing.
No, exactly.
There's an interesting concept I would request our viewers to Google. There
Okay,
is something called Earth Overshoot Day.
okay,
Earth Overshoot Day.
okay,
I'm not going to talk about it. I
okay,
would request everyone to Google it,
okay,
check it, get their own education, then
Okay.
decide what they'd like to do about something like this.
Okay.
That's more or less like a challenge that I'm throwing your
Oh,
people,
lovely. I will
your
make sure,
viewers.
I'll make sure I put that down when I upload the video to make sure that people check on that. So that will be, I guess, our takeaway from this to we can't spoon feed everybody. And if anybody has been really encouraged to want to do their part for the environment, one second. Huh?
And you've got unlimited time now.
Yeah. So as I said, yeah, we don't need to spoon feed our audience. And if anyone wants to really take forward from this conversation and do their part, we'll make sure we check out that site that you told us to look at. Yeah.
It's not a site, you just Google the words Earth
Okay.
Overshoot Day.
Okay.
It's a concept. Okay.
Okay.
Have a look at it, and everyone will sort of get some kind of an education about climate change, what is happening to our planet, what they can do to
Yeah.
sort of whatever. And then, of course, they can always reach out to someone like you who will get back to people who you've been interviewing
Yes.
if they'd like to get more involved.
Okay. Most definitely. Yeah. And I think we all owe it to ourselves and owe it to the planet to want to do our part. And I'm sure we'll need to educate ourselves. So definitely, I'm looking forward to checking that out. Yeah. So, as I said, I need actually 2 hours to have a lovely conversation with you, Cassie. This time frame of 40 minutes is just too short a time. I identify with women like yourself, and I love to, latch on to, as I say, women like yourself because, I'm like a sponge who absorbs, the energy that people like you are full of, and, we need to connect with enterprising people like yourself who are passionately trying to change the world into a better place, and we need to encourage much more of such activities, and much more, we need more of Cassies around us to do our part. You can't do so much and you can't really save the whole world, but if we are able to find at least a small percentage and then multiply the activities that you are doing, I'm sure like it's like a small drop in the ocean can make a huge sea. So yeah, any last takeaway that you would like to leave the audience with? Any advice?
I would like to say, don't be a bystander. You have one life, you
Yes.
can create an impact. Either you create a fizz,
Yeah.
yeah, or you create a ripple effect. It's up to you. It's in your hands to do something, but don't be a bystander. Get involved. Whether it is a small thing, as I said, I mean, how difficult is it to segregate tablet foils? It's not
Yeah.
difficult. I mean, even a kid can do it.
Yeah.
Get involved. Do whatever you can at your level.
Yeah.
Start the conversation.
Yeah.
Talk to like-minded people. Get involved in your community. That is
Yeah.
very important.
Yeah. So as I said, I had a topic. I had a small discussion with you offline, saying that I'm going to rope you into something, and I'm going to make sure that I try to succeed in that because I know that the women that I know and I'm associated with will definitely have lots to learn from you, and we can definitely and in turn help our society. So yeah,
Sure.
offline.
Always welcome. Always welcome. And thank you for this opportunity of getting some of my story across.
Oh, love! It's been I was so excited when you said yes when I met you in person, and then the
Yeah.
build up to this. I said, "Oh God, it's going to be such an interesting time," and I wish I had more time to spend with Cassie. It's been lovely speaking to you, Cassie, and I'm so proud to call you a friend. And I wish you all the best with all that you're doing. And let's hope, and I look forward to rendering my help to you in anything that you're going to be associated henceforth. I look forward to being a part of the Arya Walks once everything is opening up gradually. And yeah, looking forward to helping our environment and the society that we live in. So, wish you all the best, Cassie, and keep up the good work. Yeah, we
Thank you so
we
much.
we'll all say a prayer for you and for all the efforts that you're doing. You are an angel to us all. No, I don't mean to give you false flattery. What you are doing is very commendable. The earth thanks you, Mumbai thanks you, and I thank you for all
Thank you.
that you're doing for our little part of the globe. So thanks so much for being a part of How To. I hope everyone, I mean, I'm sure everyone has really had an interesting time listening to our conversation and seeing and hearing what all Cassie has had to share with us. And if anyone wants to be a part of what Cassie is involved in, do add her as a friend. You can send her a private note and say, I've heard your conversation with Valencia on how to, and I'd like to be a part of the different initiatives. And I'm sure Cassie will be only too happy to put you on in the right path. Yeah, Cassie?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Thank you so much, Valencia, for this platform, for, as I said,
It's been my
for doing what you do, because that in itself is also important.
yeah.
You know, taking
It's
time out to make videos like this.
it's my pleasure. As I said, we all are unique and we're all making this world a better place in our own special ways, and really right now during the lockdown, it's giving us that time to speak to people and find out exactly how they're doing that. So I'm so glad that I got the chance to speak to you and find out how awesome Cassie is. So anyway, you have a lovely evening and take care and
Thank you so much.
have a lovely evening.
Yeah, and hope to bump into you in the colony again. Thank you.
Definitely, definitely. So thank you
Yeah.
everybody for logging in, and we'll see you next time on How To with another interesting guest. So take care. Bye bye.
Bye.